Eidl grant is coming back. The Eidl grant is in the third stimulus package law. And that third stimulus package law will provide a $5,000 Eidl grant to existing businesses who had two things happen. One, they had less than 10 employees, and second, they had a reduction in their income by at least 15% during the pandemic, 50%. Enjoy this overnight's throwback video on the Eidl grant. The application process will be the same, the questions will be the same, and the answers will be the same as well. Learn how to get the Eidl grant here on Overnight's Lalate. Viewers, this channel wanted an immediate congressional investigation of SBA and a hearing to explain what they did with your Eidl grant money, and you can make it happen. This is a bombshell update for Tuesday. Hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit that alarm button, that bell button on the front of this channel, so you get alerts when a new video goes live. But shortly, we'll be getting to something that is quite disconcerting, a real shocker, that there seems to have been a consistent pattern, and we're going to go back in timeline to the very beginning, in which it shows that SBA is trying to move the goalpost on a weekly basis to somehow not effectuate payment of Eidl grants. The question is, how can this be happening, and how you can get that money back in your pockets? Stay with us for shortly. But first, we're going to get to a few of your 188 great questions from yesterday's shocking bombshell. If you don't recall, in yesterday's video and the day before on Eidl grant, and we'll drop them in the links above, we discussed the following. First, there was a document from members of Congress to SBA that said that they were not complying, SBA was not complying with the CARES Act. I will recover that with you shortly. Basically, the following, that the CARES Act said that within 3 days of you requesting benefits from the SBA on the Streamline application, you are to receive up to $10,000 if you request it. It is not based upon SBA to determine whether or not you are to receive it. The actual wording of the CARES Act says, per the request of the applicant, you made a request for $10,000. You did not get it within 3 days. As Congress said that that was a violation of the CARES Act. What did SBA do? Nothing. It continued to do nothing. Plus, please watch our Eidl loan video from today. It went uploaded about 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is a shocker. In it, we detail that SBA appears to have defaulted to a loan system credit check, Experian Vantage 3, that would have triggered potentially, allegedly, more denials than had they used a more widely accepted credit check program. And there's a few other shockers in that as well. So let's go out to your questions before I detail what this new twist is with SBA today. Robert Henson, that's not a bombshell, that's a nuclear explosion. Yes, that was yesterday's reporting about that letter to SBA. Bend over. The SBA is a criminal syndicate like the Clinton Foundation. Have faith pressure washing. They need to reinstate the people that got denied the loan and grant and give them the $10,000 grant. They need to, and they need to right now. And you, at the viewers of this channel, need to get together and get it done. Ron Montoya, hasn't anyone heard? SBA does whatever the hell they want with or without oversight. Kananzanda is in Trump's pockets. He's referring to the head of the SBA. Ray Schneider, is there a class action lawsuit to jump onto yet? Stay with LA for more. You have no idea where we're going with this. Robert Henson, like number 8, my credit check dropped. No grant, no loan offer. I'll be calling them tomorrow. Keep posted. In our video tonight, from the loan, people had drops of 20 points. One person had 11 credit checks and got nothing. Please watch that video. Heidi Sill, their headphones at SBA are horrible. Then Jeffries, why does Congress continue to give money to the SBA? It's done on purpose, yes or no? No, that they're using SBA as a mechanism to get you the money. That was a mistake. Jeffrey Short, The initial wording in the grant said not more than $10,000, and the grant doesn't need to be paid back even if you're denied the loan. Well said. Tracy Rock. So SBA rewrote the law again. Yes, but as we're going to detail in a second, many times. When they arbitrarily decided second round of funding was going to go agricultural business only. Great point. I applied for my keynote speaking business, and so I can get a loan application. Got rejection hanging on for both fight for future SBA. Chris Hall. I got the $1,000 grant credit pulled, not a word from them. What the heck? If it's been 2 to 3 weeks since you got the grant, call SBA. It's been too long. William Mickelson, glad to hear the good news. My local SBA said I got $3,000 grant on loan, and I still have to appeal the other $7,000. I'll let you know. So he's doing a reconsideration of the remainder of his grant. I love that. Derek Preston, my credit was also pulled. No grant or portal invite yet. I call SBA. It's been too long. Rob S, what recourse do we have? You have several, and this channel is going to be detailing them over the next couple days. Those of us trying to find trying for reconsideration, still no grant. Even those finding denial should be given the grant. That's the law, right? Absolutely is the law, and you do have a right for reconsideration. We've done 3 videos on reconsideration. They're in the playlist for financial news. One of them we screenshotted the screen. That's if you applied for the loan, you didn't get the loan, you can do a reconsideration, have up to 6 months, so no rush there. Michael, that's the law? It was the law. You were supposed to get the grant within 3 business days. That's actually the law. 3 days of you requesting it. Major Wilkerson, I need help. I was denied the loan. The guy called SBA. They told me if I want my $10,000 grant, I need to call the bank. What? SBA's telling you call a bank to get your grant money? Oh my God. Iris Houston, I applied for the $10,000 grant on April 2nd. My credit injury was done on April 25th. After watching you, I called SBA on May 15th only to find out that supposedly they sent the money and my bank sent it back. I don't believe that. I gave them a different account number. They called back. Last week I called and told nothing. I'll call them back again this week. No, basically there may have been an error with the banking information, and so it didn't process. If the information is incorrect, it doesn't get sent. It doesn't get through. It attempts to send and it doesn't get through. So it never got to your bank. It got sent back. Again, another crazy SBA story. Bobby Hanners. Hey, I got a good one for you. I got an email yesterday on the 25th of May. It said about my Eidl events. They said it was turned down because of bad credit. I thought it was a grant. What should I do? I feel like I was the last person to get a response from these people. What we've been detailing for you exclusively since not this last weekend, but the weekend before, is that if you did not get a grant before, you're not going to grant unless you get a loan and the loan is approved. As some of the viewers on this channel have indicated, and we'll drop in the links above, and the financial playlist, some viewers are accepting the loan when they get acceptance, getting the loan money, getting the grant money, and then giving back the loan and saying, thank you for your loan, I don't want it. Kevin McCoy, P.S. I checked my credit, it was never pulled. How did they say it was based upon my credit? Wow. So I guess Kevin's saying he got denied based upon... yes, he says he was denied based upon credit. He says he was never checked. Awful. I call SBA and update us. I want to know what happens next, Kevin. Akin TK, is this bait and switch? They offered $10,000 in 3 days. 6 weeks later, we get $2,000 in portal loan offer for $23,000. These people need to be jailed. Very well said. We never wanted to ask for a loan. Only what they offered. Joe Gio. I received $1,000 grant, was denied a loan. What do I do now? Reconsideration. But stay with this video about getting the remainder of the $10,000. Kadeem Lord. Love the screen name. I got the $1,000 grant. I was denied the loan. I just want the other $9,000. Will I ever get the full $10,000? Not yet, but stay with us. Robert Boyd. Hey, I applied for the loan in advance on $12,000. Got the generic email May 2nd, then processing. I just received an email to verify my identity. My credit was pulled and I could still be denied the loan. I still haven't received the grant. Thank you. So you have not gotten the loan. I would call them up and make sure you did the verification of identity correctly and tell them you want the grant money with the loan. Jim Reyes, I have the bombshell today. Okay, Jim, already. Hello. Yes, you can have the hard credit inquiry removed from your file. Oh, I love this one. Please listen to this one, and we're dropping a bombshell before we can get to our bombshell at about 9 minutes into this video. You can have the hard credit inquiry removed from your file. By law, you must have what is a wet signature on file to request someone's credit score. They will have to file and dispute it, and it will be removed. You should sue them for pulling your credit without your permission. SBA is inimical. SBA is stupid business, and I'm not going to say the other word, but it starts with A. Kim Akins, thank you for your comment. Love it. Your timelines and calculation reports have been helping me and my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kim. Got the grant, credit pulled, waiting on the loan, still in line. I'd call them again. Leanne, who comments on a daily basis, oh my God, I got an alert from Experian today, and guess what? They pulled my credit so far, down 2 points, only because I fall every single moment of the videos. I know this from the beginning. I'm exhausted emotionally and mentally. SBA should be held liable. Stay with it, Leanne. Please stay with it. I know you comment on a daily basis. I want to know that it turns out for the benefit for you. Southern Girl, yes, my credit was pulled for 14 loan credit so far. No second credit, may be due to my credit score 710. Wow. So here is the bombshell. The problem with SBA, it appears, is that they consistently were changing the goalposts. I mean, we now know that SBA digressed from the CARES Act. We all know what the CARES Act said and what SBA did. The CARES Act said that you, as a business owner or sole proprietor, could request financial relief under the CARES Act, and within 3 days of requesting that relief, you can request up to $10,000. It needs to land in your bank account. It's as simple as that. One, if you request $10,000, you are to receive $10,000 under the CARES Act. Two, if you make that request, it has to come within 3 business days. That's also in the CARES Act. Three, the applicant, you determine the amount that you wish to receive for the grant, not the SBA. 4, the purpose of the grant was to help you survive a pandemic hitting in the month of March. It was not for you to sit around and wait for a darn loan to come in the month of July. 5, it had nothing to do with employees or number of employees. 6, it had nothing to do about your credit worthiness. So that's what the CARES Act said. By the time it landed at SBA, people initially, and a lot of you don't recall this, but before the streamlined application, there was another application. This was before 330. Some of you signed that application and did not know that that application was no longer used. So you signed that application waiting for your money. You never got any money. And to this day, and if you never signed the next application, you never got a penny. Some of you heard through your friends or social media that there was a new application that went live around 330, 329. So you signed the streamlined application, which is basically the core of this channel. At that point, when you submitted your information, you click that button, $10,000. What SBA did at that point was they moved the goalposts yet again. They received the applications, and shortly, if you recall, I don't know if you do, but LA was watching, and before this channel even launched, there were a few tweets coming out of an SBA office in the Midwest that said that we are only going to pay $1,000 per employee, not $10,000. You know what happened to those tweets? They were deleted by SBA. They didn't want you to know that. And these were early tweets in the month of April. So SBA was moving the goalposts, but they were trying to hide from you that they were moving the goalpost. The reason why was potentially, allegedly, that other people that would be applying in the weeks to come would know that, oh, you aren't paying $10,000 when I asked for $10,000. You are paying based upon the number of employees I put in the list. Maybe I'll put in 11 or 12 employees to make sure I get my $10,000. That was the first step. The second step they moved the goalpost is they added a credit check. The credit check had nothing to do with a grant. This is a grant. This is money going in your pocket. It's not a lending document. It's not a loan document. There's no reason to be pulling a grant, be pulling a credit check. If you next twist about that, again moving the goalposts, if you click the link in the video today for the loan, is that they did a hard pull. They did not have to do a hard pull, and I'll tell you why. A hard pull requires them to see more information. But as has been the case, SBA is denying EIDL loans based upon a credit number. Okay, so if SBA has a credit number they just don't like, 550, 530, 540, whatever the hell it is, you don't have to do a hard pull, you do a soft pull. Soft pull doesn't hurt people's credit lines. Hard pulls do. Video comments on this channel that are detailed in today's video about EIDL indicate that people had pulls upwards of 11 times, suffered 20-point drops in their credit score, and was done in a manner that was inconsistent with normal crediting practices. In fact, many now allege, and that's the topic of the EIDL loan video today, that the credit checks for grant, which is not a loan, were done by Experian Vantage 3.0, which is not a widely held instrument for checking credit that FICO is. So did SBA then move the goalpost again? using a credit check system to now kick out more people to receiving the grant. What happened thereafter was the following. Some of you got grants who applied in early April and late March. Some of you didn't. There came the 330 vortex, the 331 vortex, the 48. If you're new to this channel, which I appreciate you joining, and don't know what the word vortex means, it's referring to people who applied on March 30th, March 31st, and April 8th and got no money. Here comes the next goalpost move. CARES Act says they are to pay applicants in the order processed. Now, so when you filed a application as a viewer on 330, March 30th, you were supposed to be processed by someone that applied on April 10th, but they weren't. We know that. We have 500 comments per day on this channel from people who are in these vortex days that never got processed first. Some of them got out of it and got their grant money. Some of them never got their grant money. That's the next problem. The problem that moves the goalpost yet again is that SBA did not dedicate resources of loan offers just to ensure that applicants are approved on the date in the order in which received. And I don't, I'm not making a beef about people, within the same week. I'm talking about people in different months. We all know now what happened with agricultural. In early May, SBA said we're going to reopen the website and do agricultural, and SBA has indicated to viewers of this channel that they dedicate an entire loan office of loan officers to process agricultural applications in the month of May when they had still not gotten to vortex people from the month of March. Again, moving the goalpost. It seems as though it was a continual process. As Elliot has detailed over the last few days, there are lawsuits filed. But I'm not so concerned about the lawsuits. I'll tell you why. The lawsuits aren't up to date to the continuing moving goalposts, as this channel has been detailing to you. The goalposts are moving every single day that this channel has been operating. And those lawsuits are based upon facts that were facts 2 weeks ago. The facts are now that you're not going to get a grant if you never got a loan. That's again another moving of the goalpost. So where are we? We are with an SBA that doesn't only not follow the CARES Act, but seems to want to move the goalpost as soon as you figure out where it is. So let's get back to the comments. Hey, Lalate, pit stop top. Love your channel. You're single-handedly keeping me engaged in this entire debacle. Well, thank you. April 2nd, credit check pulled. Grant, this won't have enough. Experian Vantage score 744. What is the likelihood of getting increase in the loan offer? Call SBA and increase it. We have a video about that about 5 days ago where you can call SBA and say, I want to increase the loan offer. Don't sign the loan documents until you have. Ray Schneider, I applied for the Eidl 65 days ago. Check the grant portion. I have 30 employees. They pulled my credit. No word. That is horrible. 65 days ago, and he has 14 employees, so he clearly applies for a $10,000 grant, has never gotten it. And now they wouldn't have that contingent upon the loan. Awful. AWZ, I clicked the button, my husband got his 2 weeks ago later, I didn't get anything. They better not offer me a loan. I love that. South Texas Now. I applied April 3rd, just approved for $8,000, even though I accepted $25,000. I applied for $25,000. My FICO 735. If you get this ridiculous loan offer amount and you want to hire one, call SBA. But please watch our Eidl loan collateral videos. There's like 2 or 3 of them. And they talk about the collateral kicking in at $25,000. So you may not want a loan over $25,000. Iris Door. Hey, Lalate, very informative video. Is the PPP the same as a grant? No. PPP is totally different than the grant. Smith Creek Lawn Care. I love that. I'm now approved for the $1,000 grant after I received the $1,000 loan. Can I ask for more $1,000? I'm not sure why they offered me $1,000 with credit score 700. Viewers of this channel, Smith Creek, have said that there was an error that they have been told there was an error, again, in the SBA's processing website, and that some people got 0 loan offers or $1,000 or several $100s, and that they were to fix that, and they haven't fixed it. So call them up. It may actually be a computer error. Adam McInnes, good morning. I was approved for a $12,000 loan on Memorial Day weekend, $12,500. I was told my $10,000 grant would be subtracted from my loan. So at this point, I'm getting a $10,000 grant and $2,500 loan. I try to get in touch with them and will ask them if it should be $22,500. Great point. Viewers of this channel are just hearing things all over the place. Basically, they're getting loan offers of $20,000, and then they're told a $10,000 grant on top of that, making $30,000. Sometimes they're being told it's part of that. Just call SBA, negotiate for what you want to get. That's all you can try. Jean Crom, who we detailed yesterday, wonderful comment. She says, well, I guess this means it will pull my credit again, and they'll pull twice, and my score will drop by 25 points already. At this point, my score will be too low to get approval, and I won't be able to buy a cup of coffee at a time. I'll keep you up to date. I mean, it's really awful. Basically, what they keep on doing is they're pulling people's credit scores. The credit scores keep on dropping, and then they deny you based upon bad credit score. Isn't that a great system? Let's just keep on pulling the applicant's credit score, so the credit score keeps on dropping, then we deny them on bad credit. Oh, boy. Michael Taylor. I'm saying that sarcastically. I'm curious as to if the filing for PUA will compromise the chances of getting the EIDL loan. No, one has nothing. They don't know. They're not run by the same offices. El Shaddadi. I've been denied without my credit being checked. Neither have got my grant money. Watch our reconsideration videos. Drop a comments below why you were denied, and I'll try to help you. Carlos Tovar, bombshell. Well, thank you, Carlos. AWZ, 30 seconds, and shoot a bombshell. Yes, we're throwing bombs everywhere. Sylvia Gandhi, what do you think will happen? Will everyone get the grant? Still waiting. I think it's going to be an upsurge of movement. And here comes the other bombshell. I think that the viewers of this channel need to start organizing together as a core source and try to really push to get this EIDL grant money. It is not something nominal. Congressional hearings are needed about this. Congressional hearings in which you bring the head of SBA in to answer questions from members of the House who wrote her a letter and she did not respond, asking her, where is this grant money? As members of Congress, it's their obligations to enforce the laws that they pass for you. They're not doing it. Someone in the comments yesterday said, oh, the letter's an old letter. I was expecting a new letter. No, you're expecting something. You should not be expecting a new letter. You should be expecting congressmen to act immediately, which they did. Now it's time for them to pull a congressional hearing. Congressional hearing to have the SBA answer what's going on. If they don't do it, do members of Congress not care? It's viewers of this channel that need to start the ground surgeons to get this going, and I will help guide you through that path. Kim Akins. Great idea to have them call about the grant detail before signing the loan. Your channel's really helpful. Yes, do not sign your loan documents until you call them and say, where's my dark grant money? Blue Titan Hawaii. No grant, no loan, live in Hawaii. In my view, SBA is committing criminal negligence. Bills are still rolling in. Awful. Call SBA. I want to know what happens next for you. Has got to nothing. Supremis. Hey, I love your channel and the bombshell. My credit was pulled today, but no portal invite and no EIDL loan. I did get the $1,000 on May 2nd, so I called them, and I'm still optimistic. Well, that's good. Count about 2 to 3 weeks of May 2nd when you got the grant, and that should be when the loan comes. Tammy, 331 Vortex, credit pulled. Received loan documents. I did not receive the grant. Hopefully I receive the loan money this week. I mean, Tammy, you need to call SBA and ask, where's your grant money? Don't be sitting back and not asking where your grant money is. Karina, who comments daily. I'm a bit concerned in regards to accepting the loan to get the grant and then returning the loan. I'm sure SBA is going to catch on if they're not sure and hold you liable because of the contract. No, but I want you to watch the terms and conditions video. The contract says that you can give back the loan at any time with no early payment penalty. Now, that's what the contract says. Alicia Kilton, SBA called SBA 526. They said my advance and loan are under review and I can't get the grant until they review my loan. BS. Yep, that's what they're doing. Nancy G, I applied April 8th and they've been calling every day since they had told me my application has not been seen. By the way, I stop everything I'm doing when I get notification when one of your videos is out. I love that. She has a few questions. Do you think I will get a grant still? No, unless your loan is approved. And how long is it taking for your viewers to get a grant loan after the credit check? It's all over the place. Sometimes it's the next day, sometimes a few weeks. If you really want that loan and that grant after the loan, call SBA, say, where's the loan portal offer? King Cap. great videos, just keeping them from the beginning. Well, thank you. Paul Ryan, please provide me a link to the letter to the SBA so I can use it to contact SBA with leverage. I can, if anyone needs it, just drop a note. I don't think it's going to help you for leverage. I mean, it's basically a letter telling SBA they did something wrong, and you're going to repeat back to SBA they did something wrong. That's not grounds for reconsideration. Grounds for reconsideration, new facts are based upon your business and your business operations that dispute the grounds upon which they were denied. Saying that SBA does not follow the rules is not grounds for reconsideration. It's grounds for something else. But we all know what that is. But when they're denying you based upon certain grounds, and we've covered those grounds, those are the grounds that you need to address with new facts that they did not see before that would dispute the contentions. Ricardo Hall, question, does the SBA know when you move the money from your account? Do they have access to your bank account? No, I mean, they cannot see the money in your bank account, but you cannot use the money for an improper purpose. How they know what you're using the money for, that's in the terms and conditions. But you can move it from one bank to another bank, just so long as you're using it for proper purposes per the contract. James Brown, good thing my Experian credit file is locked. Doesn't help. Doesn't make a difference. Lock file versus non-lock file doesn't make a difference for denial or acceptance. Jonathan Bob, applied April 2nd, a credit pulled April 24th, loan offer May 24th, no grant, ID on why not? I'll follow up a loan offer, sole proprietor. Jonathan, you got to call SBA. If you got a loan offer, which I'm glad, you're entitled to a grant, so call them up and say 3 things. Where's my grant? How much grant? How am I going to receive it? 4th thing. And when am I going to receive it? If you sign the loan offer, which I think you have, then do an ASAP. If you haven't signed the loan offer, do it before you sign the loan offer. Gustavo, hello, great videos. I got my $1,000 grant on April 30th, but no loan offer. My credit went from 620 to 584. Awful. Do I call or keep waiting? Thank you. You call. You don't wait around. Make sure you get the answer you need. If you don't get the answer you want, call back, hang up the phone, call right back. Ask for tier 2. Sofa King, applied April 1st, received a grant 424, portal invite yesterday, but double hit. 72 points. 72 points? Sophia King, 72, double credit hit, 72 points, taking way too long. Unreal. Big Show Entertainment. The SBA said the grant will be deposited at the same time that your loan is deposited. They also told you the Easter Bunny exists. Grandma Ducky got off the phone with the SBA. He was rude, hung up, called him back. This time I'm going to record them. Wow. Mihili. Here's the law, absolutely. F. Young, are my prayers being answered? Not today, but maybe soon. Gregory Lawrence, this is so stressful. I'm sorry, Gregory. I'm trying to help you. Robert Henson, who comments on a regular basis. 330 Vortex spoke, not allowed. He did some updates in my file. Loan officers can make notes to your file, which is a big point. Does that mean that I'm approved just waiting on the loan officer, or does it mean that the loan officer decides on the approval? There is a human review for your application, absolutely. I should have asked the SBA. I have 3 living brain cells and 2 are sick today. Thank you for your awesome as well. Well, thank you, Robert, and I thank your comments. No, getting a note on the file is always helpful. Wallflower Power. Self-employed on PUA just received an EIDL loan portal. What's the law on accepting a loan from PUA? Google seems to be conflicting information. Thank you for your help. PUA and EIDL are totally different. It's EIDL and PPP that you need to be concerned about. Sean Lazarus, love these videos. By the time this issue is fixed, we're getting the grant money. The next stimulus bill will be passed. Yeah, but that's not going to give you enough money. The SBA stands for the following: screw businesses again. Very well said. Eileen Bellenkamp, can't wait to find out what you find out about the $10,000 grant. It's going to be a whole movement, Eileen. We got to all get together on this. Money we're supposed to get in 3 days. I'm going to keep watching. Keep us updated. Find out anything. I'll let you know. Love your show. I'm going to keep watching. You're my favorite person. I really do think of you first when I got my portal for the loan. I couldn't wait to comment. Well, I'm glad you got the portal loan offer. This channel has helped people get somewhere between $5 to $20 million that they were entitled to, but would not have been that they had not received. but for this watching this channel. Will Martin, LA, you could be a new anchor, maybe even acting. Thank you for the report. Well, thank you, Will. Sylvia Gandy, my TransUnion score was affected as well. It dropped 10 points. They pulled Experian and TransUnion, both were affected. Experian is a instrument made by three companies, of one of which is TransUnion. Vantage. Miguel the Bronx. Hey, Elliot, I received 1,000 grand on May 5th. Today, May 26th, I have my Experian report from the SBA. I'm waiting for the portal invite. I'm glad. It's pretty recent, but I call SBA. Major Wilkinson, I denied Monday, so I guess the $10,000 grant was a scam. You said it correctly. Miguel Zapata, we need to make sure SBA follows the rules, Lalate. Yes, we cannot all just back down and roll over. Absolutely not, and we're not going to do that. Only Memi, LA, hold with tier 2, and they're calling my number 585. I call them every day. I'm going to call them until I get my grant. Good. Keep on calling them. Tim Rice, you did again. They are you are calling her honorable. Unless you're referencing to her honor among thieves, I don't get it. And what the hell is with Javita anyway? It sounds like a chronic itch or something. I don't know. Let's be nice. It's the honorable head of the SBA, and her first name is Javita. Or Javita. Amy Perkins, I applied April 11th, no contact, called tier 2 several times. My boyfriend sold under agriculture, just got declined from the loan, lack of credit history. Oh, update, my boyfriend got his denial letter and his credit score dropped for 20 points. Awful. Do a reconsideration. Iris, I'm back to you. Just can't get enough. Well, thank you. Johnny Finley, today wrote my senators and representatives to let them know we're in receipt of the letters written by Congress regarding the disregard of the terms and provisions of the Act. The SBA is not adhering to the terms and provisions of the bill as enacted into law, and there are several instances may receive my credit pulls when the grant per se should not have pulled any at all. Very well said. Keep me informed. Luscious Allen. Hey, Lalate, I applied for the SBA website on April. I received $1,000 grant on 5/4. Credit pulled. Haven't heard anything. Should I reach out? Yes. I'm not optimistic about being proven alone, but is it worthy to try? Yes, absolutely. Call them. Keep on calling them. You're loved and appreciated. Well, thank you, Luscious. I love. Keep me up informed of what happens to you. Barbara, thank you for everything. Well, thank you, Barbara. Marco Correa, please let me know. The federal authorities know SBA disobeys federal law. Make SBA own the law and just send letters and many letters, and that's it. If you break the law and the authorities just put us in jail and the head of SBA was not supposed to be already in jail, SBA is above the law. We came to the United States, not in a dictatorial country. Please, somebody speak out and loud. You and us and all members of this channel need to speak out aloud. Congressional hearing is needed. Congressional hearing against SBA, pulling in the honorable head of SBA needs to be done ASAP. James R., I got the loan, $1,000 grant. Has anyone applied for the Vortex? Miguel the Bronx. So he got the loan and a $1,000 grant. Oh, so he is a 331 Vortex, James R. So he got everything together just a few days ago. That's great. Miguel the Bronx. Hey, where can I find that letter? I can send you a copy of the letter if you need it. Yvonne Williams. I got the grant on May 5th. Credit has not been pulled. No loan offer. Wow, I'm glad you got the grant just recently, but wait with it. About 2 to 3 weeks from there. Joseph Dreamhouse. My grant was on 5/8. Credit pull 5/14. No portal invite. That's not that long, 2 to 3 weeks, but I would call them. Melanie K. I need to start signing petitions. Get the signatures so they can pay us. Absolutely, but we need a congressional hearing. Juan Saez Pedraja. Can I request an EIDL grant and loan if mine is not an agricultural business? No, the process is closed. If you've already applied and you're watching this channel, good. If you haven't, no. But consider PUA or unemployment benefits and watch those videos in the links above. Will Martin, Lalate applicants with credit problems, can they fill out a form with a CO borrower? I don't know, sorry. First tenor, what if I already got the $1,000? Well, if you got the grant, you're good. If you want the loan, then wait for it. If you don't, then you're fine. Ken C. We in the comments the last couple of weeks, people were seeing $1,000 grant. I never heard of $6,000, $9,000. I guess most businesses applied for grants don't have employees. I don't understand what that means. No. I mean, remember the Eidl streamlined application also allowed solo practitioners, people whose business is just themselves, to apply. So that's why it would be a $1,000 grant. Cruz Juan, thank you, LA, for the informative video. Well, thank you, Cruz. Claudia Daddy, they checked my credit. I didn't get the grant, but I got the loan. Call SBA, ask them where your grant money is. Ama Faruna, how long does it take to get your loan documents after creating your portal? It should be in there. When you go in there and if you go into the loan portal and you click and you want the loan and you select the loan amount you want, then a wonderful additional Experian credit hard check Advantage 3 score is pulled. SBA reviews it and they say, yeah, I want to write your loan. Then they write it. Then those loan documents appear inside the portal. It used to be like a day. It used to be hours. Now it's week or weeks at the moment. But call SBA if you've gone through it and nothing has happened. Hoon Chua, I got approved for $150,000, but no credit check. I don't think that's true, but okay. The Haven, oh my God. Dump Truck Woo, I wonder what application numbers are next. They're not going in order of application numbers. Mr. Orlando, Democrat House rep said Trump's White House told the SBA to do employees caps instead of $10,000. I read it when it first came out in April. Interesting. Hot mess. Cloud cleaning service. We love you. Well, thank you, cloud cleaning service. Kung Saw. Hey, I could not post to you, so I sent you an email. It was stuff I found out. Check your email. I forgot to comment about that, so I will personally respond to you shortly. I forgot to print it for today's recording. Sorry. D. Ross, protests at the SBA buildings. I'm not protesting at the building. We can do something much more effective than that. But yes, Mod G, great job, Elliot. Well, thank you. Wuhan, Elliot. I'm not sure. I believe the SBA did this thousands per employee with the PPP loan as well. When I applied for the PPP loan, I thought the loan with a $10,000 grant would be enough. When I got stuck in the vortex, the only way out of the vortex is for Jovita to be fired or resign. Thanks you for being our voice in this critical juncture of our lives. Someone has to be your voice, and I'm sorry this pandemic has impacted all of you in such a horrible and complex way, and I'm here to help you all. Apollo Ferreri. Dear LA, congratulations about your meteoric success and all your best touching the points. I received my $2,000 grant from my small business travel company in Florida, but denied the loan. Even I have reasonable credit score. Question, can I have hope in receiving the rest of the $8,000? No. If you don't want the loan, fine. You will get a loan offer portal invite email. Don't click on it because it's regarding a loan. Don't click on it if you don't want the loan. It may also be a denial. It may not be an invite. As to the remainder of the grant money, no. I mean, currently the policy is not to give you the remainder of the $10,000. But you need to stay with this channel because we're starting to get a movement together to figure out how to get this done. Marina Zahn, thank you. Well, thank you, Marina. Ernie Terrell, my president's at the top executive and needs to speak up for all of us. Condela Music, my guy. Well, thank you. Adam Tuel, hey, I'm a sole proprietor. I'm a pitchman at outdoor events. Oh, wonderful, like fairs and flea markets. I love that. I apply in the agricultural portal. I know I'm not in that category. Has anyone else did the same? They turned me down because I should have applied when I got an email. Has anyone did the same and got anything like a denial or an application saying a no-go? Yes, Adam. Some people who apply for agricultural got denials. I don't know how it was phrased, but my guess was the nature and the name of their business was so clearly not agricultural that they were denied. But you need to watch for that denial. Jocelyn Estrada, the SBA sent me a denial email saying I don't qualify for a loan, but yeah, I haven't received a grant yet either. And you're not going to get a grant. Jesus Eduardo, this dude is feeding people's BS. Who is? Not me, maybe you, Jesus. And thank you to the people who jumped on Jesus for that rude comment. Well, this is Tuesday. Hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend. If you have comments to today's video, drop them below by 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Wednesday, and we will answer them in tomorrow's video. Please watch the EIDL loan video from today that is linked above because it calls to question moving the goalposts in a whole extra way that is not covered in today's video. As always, stay safe and stay with LA for more.